Some people build fences to keep people out, and other people build fences to keep people in. Some people build fences to keep people out, and other people build fences to keep people in.
The border wall is in place to keep us in, not hold anybody out. Ronald McDonald Trump has been lying to you all about the entire concept of this wall, man. I will explain to you what they are attempting to do and the time frame that they're trying to do it in. And I thank God and the Holy Spirit for this insight. Though they may change it up a bit after this video goes up, but let me tell you what they're trying to do. They're planning a massive disease outbreak and grid shutdown for the entire US. The disease outbreak will come via the fast food chains. They are injecting fast food burgers and meat with this mad cow-like infectious disease, but instead of cows, it's deer. And it is said to take about a year for the symptoms to start to kick in. Given the time frame for the breakout, 2020. Symptoms will include dementia, hallucinations, and difficulty walking and eating. Symptoms that will lead to death without a cure. Now, I've been warning you all about this wicked government. They created this disease in laboratories some years back, and they recently injected it into wild deer and elk and let them host the virus. And they've been putting deer meat in burgers. I got a video on that. And this is exactly where the virus will come from, the fast food chains. Remember recently when Ronald McDonald Trump was in the White House with all those burgers? That was a sign to the so-called elites that the plan was in effect. We all know that Ronald McDonald Trump don't eat no burgers. It was a global sign to all the wicked elites that the plan was set in play. Then directly after that, we hear R. Smelly, aka R. Kelly, and Gail promote McDonald's so much it was ridiculous.
Here's the deal. So I was very hungry. I went by myself for the first time to McDonald's. Didn't know what I was doing.
3 weeks ago was the first time you went to McDonald's by yourself?
By myself.
I mean, and you're just sort of yucking it up at McDonald's. I just think, considering the seriousness of the charge, I just wouldn't think you'd go and hang at McDonald's. Is it just me?
Listen to me clear.
I'm listening.
Okay. You ever been in McDonald's?
No, I can honestly say I've never been to McDonald's.
My favorite restaurant, okay, is McDonald's. I love McDonald's. So when it comes to that McDonald's, because I love my mom, that M stands for mom.
Okay.
I had my hoodie on. I went to McDonald's. I said, I'm going to get me a Big Mac, a fry, and a Coke. And I ate.
Yeah.
What is the crime in that?
The sleep masses didn't catch it, but those in the spirit did. They have begun to emit the virus to the masses through the food, and soon the effects will kick in. The wall was built to keep people in the US.
Some people build fences to keep people out, and other people build fences to keep people in. Some people build fences to keep people out, and other people build fences to keep people in.
What if I told you that all the trashy entertainment on your televisions, through the YouTube, has been keeping you asleep while they trap you in? Go and Google Canada's border, and then Google Trump's border wall, and you will instantly see that you are being closed in without you even knowing it. Let's talk about the caravan for a second. How in the world are we supposed to believe that people walked over 1,000 miles in flip-flops with babies on their back? That entire movement, y'all, was organized. And Ronald McDonald Trump lied about the entire thing. See, we have a lazy government too. And they themselves weren't going to build it. They weren't going to build that wall, y'all. The army definitely wasn't going to build it. All they want to do is fight fake wars looking for fake weapons of mass destruction, you know? Being the businessman that he is, Ronald McDonald Trump hired some cheap labor. That's what the caravan was to him. Cheap labor. And they are the exact ones that helped build the wall. that is now closing you in. I did many lives covering the fake caravan, and I showed you all how the people in the caravan, most of them had tags hanging on their neck. The ones with the tags were the workers who could operate heavy machinery and those who knew multiple labor trades. I also showed where they had a clipboard and they were reading off names for the groups to load the buses. They also showed you how they kept the children in Walmarts like Casa Padre while their parents built the wall. It was all recorded previously, but they showed it to you as if it was live, huh? Now, if this was just a random group of people fleeing poverty to gain citizenship here in the US, how did the people already have all their information at all these checkpoints? Y'all, wake up, man. Most of the people they interviewed out there with that caravan, they were certified crisis actors. Man, they've been using crisis actors since black and white television came on the scene. For example, you still got people who think Rodney King's story was true.
Y'all, it's supposed to have been a dude during the riot shooting everywhere. Why is the cameraman so sturdy? Y'all, we're not gonna sit here and act like cameramen aren't scared of bullets. We're not gonna sit here and act like they're just like impenetrable. But he was recording this guy just shooting up the place. And he's very close while recording this guy. Do we live in a world where cameramen are invisible?
But one day they'll wake up and see it was filled with crisis actors and screen producers behind the cameras. I get up every day and tell the masses how the so-called elite don't give a crap about us, man. And they cowards because they making these devilish chess moves but aren't man enough to tell us that they doing it to our face. They have a track record, y'all, of producing diseases to kill off the masses and decrease the population. The AIDS, HIV virus. In its prime years, it killed about 36 million people. The virus that was called the Black Death pandemic killed about 200 million. The Great Flu of 1918 killed about 40 million. Man, we as bottom feeders, we've endured it all, from Ebola to West Nile, smallpox, and much more. Now they are coming with this deer virus called CWD, which is chronic wasting disease. Because once you get it, that's exactly what it do. It will waste your entire body. Now, so we can be prepared, in the description box, I will place a link that you can click on to see if there has been reports in your city or surrounding areas of these infected deer. And please take heed to this warning and stay away from fast food. Also, stock up on at least 2 weeks worth survival necessities, because just like Venezuela, right now, they basically got knocked off the grid with a power shutdown recently. I really think that will be next. Don't know how soon, but it will come. The people who are trying to govern this world are liars. The television they feed the garbage to you through is their source of power. Think about it. If everyone turned off their TV today and never looked back to it, these so-called elites would be lost. They would be afraid. Instantly, the TV is their power. Because the only thing they use to push fear down our throats collectively is the TV. 98% of everything the average person thinks or feels has been molded from that TV. The TV is their most powerful tool, y'all. And they have lied to you about that wall through that TV.
Some people build fences to keep people out, and other people build fences to keep people in.
What are the walls going to be made out of?
I'll tell you what it's going to be made of. It's going to be made of hardened concrete.
Some people build fences to keep people out, and other people build fences to keep people in.
President Trump bringing out burgers, and then R. Kelly saying McDonald's was his favorite restaurant was all staged, all coded, all by design, so that we as bottom feeders can consume and consume it more, because these so-called powerful people, in quotation marks, made it look and sound cool. We will eat and we will consume, and within about a year's time, they expect this disease to have hosted in us, and it will start to spread massively. Then they will let it run rampant for a while, and out the blue they will offer a cure for it. But the cure will be expensive, and this is how the doctors and prescription writers will all get in on the fun as well. I told y'all, they all scratch each other's back. at the expense of the bottom feeders. When Ronald McDonald Trump did the press conference called The Calm Before the Storm, what y'all think he was talking about? Now, are we going to continue to praise a government who will take your food out your mouth, aka the food stamps, the federal checks, and laugh at you while they doing it? Who will abduct kids and put them in underground sex rings? Who will ship cocaine in and put it in your medicine? Who will blaspheme God but lift up demons? Who will mock you being asleep with a bird box challenge? Who will allow same-sex marriage before they build communities for the homeless? This is the government y'all praise? You should be ashamed of yourself.
To me, yesterday was one of the most bizarre scenes I ever seen in this city. One of the most comedic scenes I ever witnessed in public. When I witnessed men with size 13, 14 shoes out there kissing each other in the mouth in front of little kids. It was just bizarre. It was like a freak scene going on. That's what I call it. Now, I know about the government and laws being made, but I got a law this morning that came out of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 31. And it says, shall a man leave his mother and father and join to his wife, and they shall become one. And to have your kids out there yesterday, 6, 7 years old, holding flags, the Bible said, provoke not your children to wrath. Proverbs 22 and verse 6 says, train up a child in the right way he should go, and when he get old, he wouldn't depart. I'm so delighted and honored that God would have me bold enough to stand here and talk about this issue. Well, all the preachers was yesterday. You know what I mean? The only time gonna make them come out them doors when they stop them tithing and offering in your church. You know what I mean? But somebody should have stood up yesterday. Ain't it funny? Everybody got a right but the Christian. So I'm here this morning to talk about my right. Cause I got a right too. I can barely say praise the Lord in public now. I might go to jail. I might threaten a lawsuit on the job. You can't tell a person to have a blessed day. February the 9th, you won't be able to marry your partner that you play football with no more. You're gonna be able to marry your dog. You're gonna be able to marry your cat. You're gonna be able to marry your snake. You're gonna be able to marry your rat, your roach. You're gonna be able to marry your broom, your mop. Ain't we going crazy in this world, y'all? Now, Mr. Mayor, don't stop me in the hallway, you and your security team, and tell me I can't come here and talk like I talk. Because you got a political job to do, I got a biblical job to do. And I'm gonna do mine and you do yours. I'm gonna stay in my lane and you stay in yours. I ain't bought by nobody. If I have to die doing what I'm gonna do, I'm just fine.
First thing I want to say is how many people come. Bad boy. look at this. All right, okay. All right, okay.
Now I'm just saying.
How many people come.
Bad boy.
Look at this. All right, okay. All right, okay.
Now I'm just saying.
Idris Elba, you would think of, we think of Idris Elba as a leading man, ladies' man, but you haven't actually done that many love scenes.
No, I just haven't had the opportunity. I've done a lot of films where there's a lot of guys. No, that's not true. Yeah, I just haven't.
That's no excuse.
No.
But love.
Sounds a bit weird, but
I
it's
feel
okay.
so safe. To just be.
Excuse me, flowers. I just love flowers, Hulkster. Bouquets of flowers all over the place. Roses in all kinds of bouquets. And of course, red and yellow roses, Hulkster.
Nice to see you, sir. Thanks for being with us. Certainly appreciate it. What was your reaction to the president's announcement?
Well, I was disappointed as a Christian and as a person who believes that the Bible has established clearly what marriage is supposed to be between a man and a woman. And because the reality is that the saga of a nation is really the saga of its families written large. And when you redefine the family other than what the Creator intended when He established it, then you're looking at the devolution of civilization. Separation of church and state should never mean separation of God and right. And since government is supposed to be an agency of God, and since the nation was established based on a theistic frame of reference, God should not be marginalized and put on the sideline. His authority should not be negated, and we should not take human institutions that He established, which includes government, and the foundation is the family, and redefine it at our own whim.
Leads me to, I suppose, a more obvious supplementary question. Do you personally believe that gay people are born gay, or do they become gay? Are they made gay?
Yeah. You know what? I think the jury's still out on that. It wouldn't bother me if there was, quote, a gay gene found.
Joker, if you don't shut your mouth, I know something talking about a gay gene. Ain't no such thing.